Hello everybody, what is going on? It is your boy C4 here, and today we have some potentially huge news in the football gaming market. Now, as a lot of you guys come to the channel and you've subscribed to me from all my Madden 25 videos, and I love you for it, and I will continue to play Madden. I still enjoy playing it, but I'll be the first one to admit that it is not a perfect game. It's very dull and very repetitive. It's the same game pretty much every year, with just new rosters, slightly improved graphics, and the next best game engine or whatever that just fails to really win a lot of people over. One of the legions of fans that still believe that NFL 2K5 for PS2, which was I have and I still own, was the last great football video game produced. And I am also one of the people that back 2K to finally get back in the ring and make a competitive game against Madden. So, what I've done today, and much like my top 10 reasons why Call of Duty Go sucked, and you guys seem to like that, I'm going to do the top 10 reasons why NFL 2K game would be excellent and how it would work. I'm going to try to use some of my marketing degree from university here to make sure that I can, try to sound super smart without necessarily, being that smart. Yes. So yeah, top 10. Starting at number 10, the 2K5 mechanics and physics system was better than the current one they're using in Madden right now. I don't know the specifics of whatever they're fucking calling, like Spider Fish 48 Volume 2 game engine that they're using in Madden, or whatever the fuck it's called. But the 2K mechanics are better. You can still play Madden, a game that's, almost 10 years older than 2K, and there's still glitching. There's still players doing the stanky leg and fucking doing backflips and, fading in and out of the goddamn grass, and they can't do any good celebrations because they'll just half run into the goddamn stands and stuff like that. That's unacceptable for a game that should be, bar none, the most flawless football game ever released. 2K5 had an excellent mechanic system. Tackling was very superb. They must actually use real football players, not just super fat nerds with goddamn greasy-ass neckbeards sitting in a chair developing tackle system. They possibly brought in real people that understand the game of football. So the fact that an almost 10-year previous game has better mechanics and a better physics system than whatever they've been using for the last 3-4 Madden games is pretty goddamn embarrassing. And maybe 2K still has some of that that physics system hidden away in the vaults at the 2K headquarters somewhere that they can bring out, because that's what we need. Number 9. The presentation was better. The presentation in 2K was better. It was funner, even though it was a little, weird that, Funkmaster Flex and Jamie Kennedy and Carmen Electra and shit like that would always want you to come play football. But just the presentation was better. The soundtrack was better. The game the game was very, very fluid. It wasn't, too busy, in quote parentheses, busy. There wasn't too much going on the loading screen. The loading screens were great, but there wasn't too much going on the main page. You get right to it. You get game modes, online, all that stuff. You can be able to customize the roster like that. The presentation was more simpler, and this is obviously a personal preference. It's not like a renowned. Everyone's just like, oh my god, the Madden presentation sucked. But personal preference, I think simpler is better, and 2K for me was a much better presented game than we'll use Madden 25 for example. Point number 8. So you guys set the base for the graphics and the gameplay. We know that graphics and gameplay for most of the 2K games and most ones we had recently were the 2K basketball games has been very, very excellent. Set the base that way, and then let the users through the make it unbelievably easy to customize. Make it the depth of customization unbelievably deep. Leave that to the users. There'll be like 3 or 4 groups of people online that will customize the game to make it look just like an NFL game. You don't need the licensing if you have the base game there. People with all the mods. Look at Grand Theft Auto. Look at all Gary's mod. Just with the way the internet has gone, the way just the huge amount of technological advancements people on the internet have got. If you just make the great football game that we know a 2K franchise can do, and just make it like, oh, really, the rest of the game wide open to you guys. You do it as you want. Hint, hint, wink, wink. There will be, within probably a month of that game being released, it'll look just like Madden. There'll be all the players' names, all the right attributes, jerseys, stadiums, logos. Everything will be imported unofficially online. There's also, you can also do a third-party thing. Have a leak. 2K, develop your own. Make the actual players. Make all the names and jerseys, and then just have, Tommy J 6969 uploaded this to the team share, because obviously you do this through a team share. So you have a guy actually on the 2K roster. Oh, look, it's just some random guy in Boise, Idaho, uploading this brand new roster. But it was developed with 2K. There's probably some legal aspects of that probably won't exactly work out, but that's just an idea. But just through have like a team share kind of thing that they do with Madden and EA has right now, and let the users customize it. If you have the base good game, people will buy it and people will love it. Point number 7, college video game. You can make a 2-in-1 game with now where everyone's going into like the online download. You don't really have to worry about 3-4 discs. Just have an outrageous roster file or outrageous video game download. College video games. No one, obviously everyone knows that the last NCAA Football 14 was the last one. Their contract ran out. This is just an option. I know everyone's saying it's going to be very expensive for someone to buy the rights for all the schools and stuff like that. But I mean, there's a market there. You could do something where you can follow, your all rosters from college and then transition them into pro through like a draft mode, which is what a lot of people find appealing in Madden that they brought back the year before. The same lines as part 2. You set the base graphics and gameplay for college. You don't even have to buy the rights. Just have the option to have college. You can also play college through pro. Just set the basic gameplay, make it super customizable. It's not even a word, customizable. Doesn't sound like a real word. But you just make it super easy to customize, and then let the users make their own content. They will make every fucking college football team. They'll make every fucking jersey. They'll make every fucking logo. They will do it. You can look on any 5 months. You just Google, Madden message boards. There's like 150 fucking nerds that just keep modding and hacking all the old football games to make them currently, or make them look like current rosters and stuff like that because they hate the new Madden. Those people are there. If you 2K make a brand new game, these people will play your game and make it just like a Madden. That's easy. That's just your 2K. You have people that are willing to build the second half of your game for you. How fucking awesome is that? Moving on to point number 6, career mode depth. I know as a avid player of Madden's career mode, it is unbelievably redundant. They add the whole like you could be an owner now and you set the ticket price like that. I mean that's some depth. It's not really fun depth and it's not really depth in the right direction. But I mean the 2K career mode is very very fun, very very interactive. Personally, just general career mode options I would like to see. Obviously. Training to grow your overalls. I don't like whatever algorithm Madden and EA self-put in to develop players. I don't like that. I don't like that if you just take some random guy, if you're like trying to be like, you take some fucking running back that's like 60 overall, you just force him to run, you force him to make your number 1 running back. He could get like 1,200 yards just because he's not in the right, whatever EA programmed him. He won't develop more. He'd be like, oh my god, I got 1,500 yards and 10 touchdowns with this 60 overall guy. And realistically, when you see that guy should probably be like high 70s the year after, because whatever Madden predisposed for you, you're like, oh yeah, he only grew 2. I just want, I want to be able to train. I want players to develop, not idiotically like how EA has players develop. It's very, very stupid. I miss the combine drills that they used to have in EA, where you used to be able to run the 4, do the bench press and stuff like that. That'd be a good aspect, a way to grow overalls, just something like that. Just the kind of mechanics that they did with that. I also like, maybe having off-field distractions. If you did owner mode, having to deal with players getting in shit, have to deal with agents, all these different, deal with fan outcry. Fans want a player to come during free agency. Fans turn on a player. There's so much realistic things that, that could be really added into a career mode to make it fun and add a new dynamic that we've never had before. Very, very simple things you can do. There's nothing over there that's too outlandish and that would be too difficult for someone to develop. They just don't do it because EA's redundant. They have no competition. They don't need to do anything. So there's a market there to improve. That's just some of the things. You guys let me know in the comments what you think could be added to make career mode much funner for you. Moving on to point number 5. Be a pro def. Everyone knows that 2K has, basically the lock. They have the perfect way to do a pro, the 2K basketball pro def. Translate that, just do whatever the fuck they were doing in that with the interviews, social media, all the off the field stuff. And previously look back at 2K5, they had the crib, just stuff like that. Carry that over to a football game. It won't be very hard and it'll be unbelievably fun to play. That's pretty easy. Just, it's already done. Number 4, this is really the only tough one, is that it'll be tough to replicate Ultimate Team, but still possible. Ultimate Team is arguably the biggest thing on Madden right now, and with all the licensing, that's where, a game like this would struggle. But, because the thing you need, this is like a huge part of Madden, and a huge part for any game really surviving now, like in today's day with the Ultimate Team and sports games, is in-game purchases. That's how as soon as you sell the game once, you can keep sucking the teeth of the consumer through these in-game purchases. Buy the packs, buy all this stuff. Oh, we're giving you a bonus, buy way more packs. So maybe, a 2K game can look at Legends not signed with EA. That somehow they get, maybe some contract with a college video game like we're talking at point number 7. They could get college Legends, get some Legends through that. This one here is actually the only one I couldn't really exactly think of a surefire way they could replicate Ultimate Team, because they would need to find a way to replicate in-game purchases. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. How do you think that, you know, a 2K game could replicate Ultimate Team? Number 3, undercut. They can undercut Madden, and then that's the way they can enter the market. Obviously, you know, it won't be too hard to Google what happened when 2K came out. They just undercut Madden. Madden was selling for like 59, I believe. Don't quote me on the exact figures, but Madden was selling for like 59 bucks, and they brought out 2K for like 29 or something outrageous, and that gained them a lot of market share very, very quickly. They're not going to have any licensing fees if they go with, you know, the way that I said before, where they just give you like the mechanics and let the users create the content. So, you know, they already have that cost going in their favor. They don't have to pay the fucking outrageous licensing fees to the NFL. The cheaper, like I said, the cheaper game method's already proven, which was seen with 2K5 games, plus word of mouth marketing. You know, it's only gonna take a couple big YouTubers to say this game's the shit, and to go along with all the people that you know, already want a competition for Madden. This game's just gonna. Social media is so easy for anyone just to recommend this game. That'll blow up for you. It'll do a lot of the marketing for you. Maybe have like 1 or 2 fucking commercials done, but realistically, low marketing costs, low cost of entry. That's gonna be an easy way. Point number 2, the market is already there. It takes 2 seconds to go on YouTube to find someone bashing Madden. You know, it's redundant. Madden has no competition whatsoever, and people are getting sick and tired of the same goddamn game every year. And now the video games, for especially here in Canada, cost $10 more. It's going to cost you, with taxes, roughly $80 for a video game. People are not going to want to chuck out the money to pay $80 for the same game every year with updated rosters and just terrible, stupid game engines. Plus, good gameplay tops, you know, official licensing. You know, there's very little market of people, maybe like little kids, that will be like, oh my god, I can't believe this guy doesn't look like Michael Vick or Peyton Manning or something like that. Everyone else, they just want the good gameplay. They'll be very, very satisfied with a game like that. And the number 1 reason why, you know, 2K needs to make a game is it will make Madden better. There'll be no more monopoly on the football video game world. It's been shown through countless businesses throughout the face of time. Once you get a monopoly, your product becomes very saturated and very dull because you have no one else pushing you to do better. You can fight for their market share. You know, Madden might make a better game in return. They'll see what 2K is doing and be like, holy shit, maybe we gotta unveil, you know, the next big mechanic system or something stupid like that. And ultimately be a better experience for the gamer, because now you have 2 great football games trying their absolute hardest to try to sell you their game. And it's only going to make, you know, the football video game world just that much better for everyone else. So, let me know in the comment section below what you think about 2K making a video game. Obviously, the Joe Montana picture that I have in the thumbnail might lead you to believe there could be a new game in the works. I don't know. But always make sure you subscribe to Beast Mode TV. And until next time, guys, it is your boy C4.